What is up, everyone? It's your boy AJ Trip. Going to ask you with episode 2 of Big Brother 19 Week in Review. Now, the last one wasn't necessarily a week in review. It was just me giving my thoughts on what happened on the beginning episode of the season premiere of Big Brother. So from now on, these are going to be, hopefully these are going to be on Friday or Saturday, one of the two, most likely on Friday, but it has some other things to do on Friday, particularly the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. Hope if you have not seen my review, go and check it out. Check out my review. Again, spoiler alert, but I think that you will find it to be very good. Now, as for the Big Brother Weekend Review, we'll start where we left off, which was we left off with Cameron leaving and going home, and then Thursday's episode was it was all about the HOH and Josh going crazy and things like that, and it was also I believe it was also about. Was it about Megan? Well, whatever it was, we got through. Basically, Josh, he wanted an alliance, and he wanted him, Matt, and Mark, and he wanted Christmas, Elena, Jessica, Dominique, and Raven. Those are who he wanted to be in his alliance, and basically he got that alliance. He also got Paul. Now we knew from some of the things he said and that awkward thing in the first day when he was trying for the friendship bracelet and they wasn't really even talking. You knew that he had something against Paul, and so but when the live feeds come on, Paul's a part of the alliance, and it's a big alliance, and basically they've done what they needed to do. Megan had at that point left. We found that out on the Sunday show, but we tuned in Thursday night. You found out that Megan had walked, and we didn't know what it was. She released something that it was about. She's unfortunately when she was in the service, she was attacked, sexually assaulted, and the PTSD from that flared up in the Big Brother house with everybody coming at her and attacking her, especially men with Josh's outburst and Cody just saying that he doesn't like you or whatever, and that and so she had to leave the house, and I think that's understandable. Obviously, they don't know that in the house, and they've been making jokes about it, but you can forgive. Like I said, they don't know. They have said that they hope everything is fine with her and her family. So. But they have made a couple of jokes. That's okay. But then we come on and we really see that Josh has been Josh has been annoying the hell out of everybody and making been very unself-aware of who he is and what he is. He's making a lot of comments and that were very knocking off pissing off some of the house guests, especially. Especially talking to Cody, he talked about Cody was a Marine and he thought the Marines were the people that don't do anything and when they go fight the war. So that's Josh, and maybe we'll continue that with Josh. So like I said, yeah, he made mistakes. He had that first outburst. He went for safety. He kind of ticked off the entire house. He went for safety that first competition, the first house competition, and so he was just having a rough time, and kind of turning people the wrong way. But with the help of Dominique, and Christmas, and to other extents, Mark and Paul, he's kind of turned it around to the point where now they are now working with him. Or he's working with, he is now working with him. At this point, at this very point in time of this recording, they are doing the the veto competition where him and Alex are on the block. Spoiler alert! And if you are one that don't watch the live feeds or get updates, spoiler alert! I said they're too late. No matter what, I'll try to put it in the title or something. So yeah, Ramsey's curse has jumped into play. He had to nominate himself, so he's a third nominee. Paul is HOH, and so right now I think Elena and Matt are playing in the competition, I believe. So they are going and they're going to do they're playing right now as of this recording. So and the idea is to backdoor Cody. And we'll get to that in a second as well. But back to the Josh thing, he's not. But like I was saying, he's not to the point where he's working with these guys, and these guys are now actually seeing. It's kind of what they stood as he has now begun to kind of calm down a little bit, be himself a little bit more, and just be more of a just a calming individual. More people have come to enjoy him, or at least tolerate him. He's not working their last good nerve, if you know what I mean. And even to the point to where, at one point they were talking about him being the second or third out of the house, and after it was supposed to be Alex or something, or whoever's gonna go home this Thursday. Alex or Jason was supposed to be, but now they're talking about, well, we're taking the jury. Why not? So he does a good turnaround. There's still a lot of things that I think he still needs to work on. He needs to talk less and listen more. He's always got an interruption, and he's always harping on things that have happened in the past. And I think he's just got to go ahead and just kind of calm down with that. And one of the main reasons Josh has made this turnaround is Cody. And what Cody has done. I don't know what the hell Cody was doing here. He had a great alliance. He had a large, great alliance who was going to be loyal to him. This is amazing that we've got a lot of good people who like loyalty and everything like that. And Paul was talking about it the other night. He was talking about that. He wanted he had so much trouble getting stabbed in the back last season that he wanted to come on this season. He didn't want to just do anything. He just wanted to have a good, successful, wanted to make a big alliance, try and run through everything, and then make it the jury, and then just fight it out like that. With no backstabbing, no anything. And they had a solid 9 people, and for some reason he just thought that Paul was against him, and I kind of think it was just basically he's given a couple of stories, like the friendship, parting him a friendship basis on the first night, or he there's some other stuff too about what the people they were saying in the DR that they were making it like it was supposed to be Paul versus Cody or anything like that. But I think the truest thing he said, but I think what he told Matt is that he told Matt that he just didn't like him last season, and and that's totally fine. If he didn't like him, he didn't like him. But I think you could, does. And I guess he thought he was going to be a mastermind leader, and everybody was going to have his back, but nobody did because then we had this Den of Temptation. Paul obviously being first, being most known, most well liked. He got the temptation. He can't be evicted for 3 weeks, and he tried to go ahead and backdoor Paul. So he puts up Christmas, and then guess what? Everybody turns on him. And then and they turn on him, and they turn on Jessica, who's with Cody in the showmans, and it's just a clusterfuck of all clusterfucks, and it was just amazing to watch. I was waiting. I was wanting to see what these people were going to do, because these people I knew these people, they seemed loyal, and I was wondering what was going to happen with these folks. And they at first they wanted to they wanted to somehow still be loyal to Cody. They still want to be loyal to Cody, but after Jessica was trying to strong arm the Matt and Raven and Elena, who had basically said, I am not voting out Christmas, trying to give them that ultimatum, we drawing a line and saying it's either me or Christmas, and they chose Christmas without question. And they've kind of turned it around and combined that with Josh's turnaround. Now they brought him in and they've got Kevin on his side. And I don't know what Kevin is doing anyway. I think Kevin may be the biggest game player. He may be playing both sides automatically. I have no idea where his true loyalty lies. His true loyalty may just lie with himself, and he's gonna do what he thinks is best, no matter what nobody says. So he tried to backdoor Paul. He can't, because Paul has that pendant. He puts the Christmas up, and of course, don't you know, on Thursday, 8 to 4, the Jillian who's sitting next to it goes home, and the look on his face when he does, and apparently he went up to Mark and he asked Mark, and Mark just said, "Hey, if you watch the live show, he went into this, and of course Jessica and getting Christmas face, and then because apparently while Julie was interviewing Jillian, he must have got in Josh's face." And things like that, and then the shit with Josh went down, that night as well. But, and that's one of the things I think Josh has learned too. Because I think Josh was just trying to, after the whole stuff must have blown up with him, he still was trying to talk, and they didn't want to have a conversation with him. They were not into it. Neither one of them, Jessica or Cody, and they kind of jumped on him, and he broke down. He had another breakdown. So Thursday night, so it is just a wild week, and so now we've got, again, like I've said, spoiler alert, we've got Paul's head of household. We've got a three people on the block. Ramses, who had the curse. We had Josh and Alex, and Josh and Alex are supposed to be pawns because he's trying to do to Cody what Cody did to just tried to do to him. And everybody seems to be on board with that. Another spoiler alert: the temptation this week was the ring of replacement, and I was thinking that maybe if the ring of replacement would be if you are on the block, you can replace, or not even on the block, you can use that ring and replace somebody who's on the block with another person, basically almost like a coup d'etat, but just with one person. That's what I was thinking. That means but it was just not like that. What it is that the person who holds the ring can take the place of somebody who's playing in the veto competition, who isn't the HOH or the nominee, I believe. We'll find out more, obviously, on tomorrow night's episode, Sunday's episode. I would think. I would think that makes the most sense, because that happened before nominees. That happened. When did that happen? That happened last. Yeah, I think that happened last night. Yeah, I think that happened last night, and then yesterday, and then last night they had the nominations ceremony. So I think that's what we'll get to see Sunday. I think Sunday we'll get to see the dinner temptation, and then we'll get to see the second part. Not the second part. The entire thing of how Paul got HOH from that game. Then we're also going to see the dinner temptation, and then we'll see the nomination ceremony. And again, I'll spoil it for you. Spoiler alert: Christmas got the dinner temptation, got the ring of replacement. So and apparently she said, she's only told Paul, and apparently she can use it at any time in the game, which is kind of crazy because she's going in for surgery Monday on her broken foot. So you know, she could also not be able to come back in after her surgery. So she's gonna want to. She's a very strong and passionate woman when it comes to that. So, but who never knows if the doctor's with it could be what the doctor needs. The doctor might say you need to, you're gonna need to stay, in the hospital for a while or something like that. So who knows? So, but this week has been like incredible. This week has been incredible for me because like I've never been a live feeder. I've always gotten my stuff through the shows, over the air, the TV show, and by reading on Twitter all of the people who like live tweet the stuff, and they can give you updates and things like that. I follow a bunch of them, and that's what I was. Now, and the reason why goes back again. I'm a little less calm now, so I can be more calm about this. But when we were having those things that on season premiere night where CBS 2 here in Chicago decided to interrupt the show for thunderstorm watch or the tornado watch, whatever it was, and the fucking storm was nowhere near Chicago. I just so I signed up for CBS All Access, thinking that I could maybe try and get watch the show on my computer, and that didn't work. But I signed up for the free trial, so I got the live feeds free for a week. So, and then when the free trial was over, I said, dude, this is too good. I can't give these up. So I've signed up now for the free trial. So not for the free trial, for the whole live feeds and stuff. So now I'm watching the live feeds and everything like that. So this has been an experience for me. Something that I don't know if I'll do this next season. It all depends on the cast. What I'll probably do is I'll probably get I really think that's why one of the reasons why I'm keeping these live feeds. I'm keeping the live feeds because this first week was kind of, it was very interesting, kind of good. See how people had fun in the game. Listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Jessica and Elena are two. I have a top 10 list of the hottest Big Brother women U.S. version, and I think these two would make the list without question. Elena is at the top 3, and Jessica, she's definitely in the top 10 as well. So and they are like so sexual and sexual jokes and everything like that. So that was good, and it's just, for the most part, it's a pretty good cast. Kevin's funny as shit. The guy, and he's always dropping things. You would drop David Ruffin and the Temptations on the TV show. The Diary Room, which was crazy to me. And then he's always stopped singing. He's doing Drake and WOPP and everything. So he is funny as hell. And Jason have been, he's been funny. And by the way, spoiler alert, of course, when you get the temptation like Christmas has, you got to put a curse. And she put a curse on 3 people: Jason, Jessica, and Cody, and they have to wear frog suits for a week. So there's a good chance that Cody will be walking out the door Thursday night or hopping out, because they have to hop in the frog suit. He will be hopping out of the door Thursday in a frog suit. Hilarious. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything. I think let's talk about one last thing, and it's something that just happened just last night. Mark has been talking to Dominique. Dominique is like this inspirational speaker and motivational speaker or something in real life, and also like an engineer, and something like that. So she's been like helping people. She's been talking to many people about different things and everything like that. So mainly, one of the main ones is Mark, and Mark has his relationship with Elena, and from where I stand, it seems like Mark is very into Elena, and Elena is she's into Mark, but she doesn't want to allow herself to get played on national television. That's how I think. That's my opinion. That's how I think she's doing. So she's not giving a lot to Mark, when it comes to emotions and talking and things like that. So Mark, I think Mark has been talking to Dominique about that. And I guess at some point, because it started like several days ago, I guess because Mark and Dominique, they sit and they talk at the chess table up there outside the HOH door. And I guess Elena must have came up there and sat there, and I guess she gave Dominique some type of look. And it put something into Dominique to make her think that, Elena, has like some type of problem with her and Mark, conversation. And on one hand, I think I can agree with that, because there was something where Elena was like, Elena was with Mark. They were like in that red room, the rose room, I guess they call it, the rose room. And she mentioned something that, so how was the conversation with Dom and something like that. So and it was kind of one of those things where where it's almost like it's almost like one of these where she was asking in a way where you could see that, where maybe she really wanted to say, maybe we should have this conversation. You should be like, her question was like basically, instead of talking to Dom, why don't you talk to me? Right. That's how I took it. This is all just from me, from what I'm taking. So, and so I think Elena is a little bit jealous that Mark can go to Dom and talk to them about anything. I do think that. And she's mentioned, so there was this whole thing going down about maybe a banner that was, that flew over the thing and something about Mark and Dom and alliance and things like that. And when this was happening, Dominique was she was subtly saying, she wouldn't come out and say it, because that's not what she does, and that's what, and especially not in front of Mark, but she was kind of basically intimating that she thought, because Ramses was the one that had said it, and Ramses and Elena has this kind of friendship where they've been joking around and talking with each other and things like that, and it kind of getting close, and Elena kind of thinks that she can kind of manipulate Ramses into doing, getting information, to their side and things like that. So, and Dom knows this, so Dom was she was kind of intimating if maybe Elena if she was the one that was kind of starting the stuff, if she was like either the shit starter, if she's the one that made it up, and then that's what Ramses, and then Ramses said something, or that she was the one that was intimating that maybe she had said at one point that Mark and Dom were in an alliance to Ramses, and that caused him to make up the story of the banner flying across the enemy, the skywriting or whatever, flying across the building saying Mark and Dom is in a alliance. She was intimating that, but she was saying that without saying it. And actually, I think it may have even been later on that night, that she had actually, she had confirmed my assumption, but she actually told Mark this. And I was shocked that she would say that. And then last night, apparently, I wasn't listening to it, but I was watching the thing, and apparently she was again going off on that. She was talking about how Elena wasn't on her level and maturity and things like that. It was really turning off people, and it really was turning off on me. And it shouldn't surprise me, because anytime you're a person of God, you've got hypocrisy in you right away. You're right, and she's made these little comments about, she doesn't fight fair. She doesn't fight, she fights dirty, and she don't, some of the, when she talking about the look, girl, don't look at me like that, and so she had all of that in her, and like, that's not what a woman of God would do. That's not how a woman of God would act. So hypocrisy right there. So. And I really so I really do think that she has now got it in her mind that Elena is going behind her back and like somehow trying to sabotage the relationship that she has with Mark. And I don't think like I said, I think Elena is probably a little bit of jealous that Mark has that relationship with Don where they can talk about anything, but that's a little bit of Elena's fault, because like I said, she's like, in my opinion, I think she kind of closed herself off because she doesn't want to look like, she doesn't want to get played, she doesn't want to open up to Mark, that much. So, and it's going to be taking it real slow, because obviously this is a reality show and showman and things like that. So, they're trying to take it slow. Cody and Jessica basically they've basically having sex, basically. Jessica said that she's giving Cody a hand job or something like that, so whatever. So yeah, and that took a real bad turn. So be on the lookout for this Dominique and Elena thing coming up. It's not now, because they got other stories to tell, but definitely there could be in the near future something with Dom and Elena breaking, and we would definitely have to see. And I think it's going to be Dom. I don't think Elena. She may be a little bit jealous of Mark's and Dom's relationship, and now they can talk, but she may want that. But then that's her fault, because she has to open up to Mark. And Mark would be definitely open for that, because Mark's a very emotional guy, but. Dominique, she's in a very good spot, but she could definitely sabotage herself in this game if she's going to continue to look at, to look down on Elena in front of Mark. I mean, maybe one thing if she was saying that to someone else, someone else talking about this. But to say Mark, who's in the showmans with Elena, who he said that he wants a relationship with outside of the house. He said all of it, and you are telling him that she is trying to undermine me, basically, or she's trying to put low key a target on her. That's and she's not going to be on that level of maturity. She is. So be on the lookout for that. So I think that was amazing. Like I said, I didn't listen to one bit of it because whatever. But I think that's going to be a fascinating twist, maybe in the next upcoming weeks, especially if the other side of power gets housed next week. We'll see. Because Alex has been talking about Dominique and something like that. So if Alex gets HOH next week and Dominique goes on the block, guaranteed she will blame Elena. Guaranteed. So that's I believe that's it basically for this week's weekend review for Big Brother 19. Please post your comments down below. Tell me what your thoughts. Tell me what your theories. Tell me what you guys have thought about this this first television week, but the basically the second week in the house or something like that, I believe. Whatever it is, it's been over 14 days. It's been over 2 weeks. I'm just saying this as this is week 2 recap, because last week they was the premiere week. So, but you get my drift. Put your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. I want to hear your. I also want to hear your your conspiracy theories, your maybe not conspiracy theories, but your theories about what's going on between everybody, and your opinions on some of the house guests so far and everything like that. So please let me know down in the comment section. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. I do everything on here now. I'm obviously started as Big Brother started. I'm doing the Big Brother weekend review, like I said, either hopefully on every Friday, maybe Saturday if something is going on Fridays. I'm getting ready to start back in school, so who knows, I may come home from school on Friday and not feel like recording it or something like that, or I may forget. Who knows? But it should be every Friday, definitely, if not Friday, on a Saturday. So that will be it for me right now. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I am out.